Hello everyone, myself Himakhi Bharali, a MCA student from Dibrugarh University. So today we discuss about one of the most fundamental and interesting concept in C programming, operators in C, the power behind every expression. Here's what we will cover in this video: introduction, objectives, what are operators in C, how operators work, and finally the conclusion. Now let's move on to the next slide. Introduction. In C programming, operators are especially symbols that tell the compiler to perform certain mathematical or logical operations. The values or variables on which operators act are called operand. For example, in the expression a plus b, plus is the operator and a and b are operands. So now we discuss about the objectives of the video. The objectives of this video are to understand what operators are in C, to learn different types of operators, to know how these operators work in C. By the end of this video, you will be able to use these operators confidently in your own programs. Now we discuss about what are operators in C. Operators are special symbols that performs operations on data and variables. They help us in calculations, comparisons, and decision making. For example, sum is equal a plus b. Here the plus operator adds two variables a and b. Now we discuss about types of operators. C provides a wide range of operators and each has a specific purpose. They are mainly categorized into arithmetic operators to perform mathematical operations, relational operators compare two values, logical operators combine conditions, assignment operators assign values to variables, increment and decrement operators increase or decrease values by 1, bitwise operators work at the bit level, conditional or ternary operators make decisions using conditions, special operators like size of, pointer, and address. Let's look at each of them briefly. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used for mathematical operations such as plus for addition, minus for subtraction, star for multiplication, divide for division, modulus for remainder or modulus. For example, a plus b adds two numbers. A modulus b gives the remainder when a is divided by b. Now I am going to explain a C program that demonstrates arithmetic operators. We are using different arithmetic operators to perform arithmetic operations. Inside the main function, we declare two integer variables. So here a is assigned the value 9 and b is assigned the value 4. So in the first line, printf a plus b is equal %d. This line performs addition. The operator plus adds a and b, so the result will be 9 plus 4 is equal 13. We use printf to display the result of different operations. Then a minus b performs subtraction, 9 minus 4 is equal 5. And a multiplication b performs multiplication, 9 into 4 is equal 36. A divided by b performs integer division. A modulus b gives the remainder. This program shows how basic arithmetic operators work in C. Now move on to the next topic, relational operators. Relational operators are used to compare two values or expressions. They return either true or false. Common relational operators are equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. For example, A greater than B checks whether A is greater than B. Now let's see a simple program to demonstrate relational operators in C. We are using different relational operators to compare A and B. A equal to B, check if both are equal. Since 10 is not equal to 20, the result is 0. And then A is not equal to B, check if A is not equal to B, that is true. So the result is 1. 10 is not equal to 20. Then A greater than B check if A is greater than B, 10 is not greater than 20, so the result is 0. And then A less than B check if A is less than B, 10 is less than 20, so the result is 1. So now we move on to the next topic, logical operator. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions. They are logical and, logical or, and logical not. For example, if A greater than B and B greater than C, this condition will be true only if both comparisons are true. So now this program demonstrates logical operators in C. We declare three variables: A is equal 5, B is equal 3, C is equal 8. Then we test three expressions using printf: A greater than B and B less than C. Uses AND operator, both conditions are true, so the result is 1. And then A greater than B or B greater than C, uses OR operator. At least one condition is true, so it prints 1. And then we use NOT operator. Since A is not equal to B, it prints 1. Now we discuss about the topic is assignment and increment decrement operators. Assignment operators are used to assign values to variables. Examples include equal, plus equal, minus equal, multiple equal, divide equal, and modulus equal. For example, A plus equal to B means A is equal A plus B. We take an example in C programming. In this program, we first declare and initialize a variable, then we write A plus is equal 0. This means A is equal A plus 3. So the new value of A becomes 8. So next we discuss about increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operators are used to increase or decrease the value of a variable by 1. Plus plus A or A plus plus increases the value. Minus minus A or A minus minus decreases the value. So in this C program, we initialize value x is equal 10, and then the first line uses post increment x plus plus, which means the value is printed first then increase. So it prints 10 and x becomes 11. And the next line uses pre-increment plus plus x, where the value is increased first then printed. So now it prints 12. So now we move on to the next topic, bitwise operators. Bitwise operators performs operations on individual bits of data. They include bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise XOR, left shift, right shift. They are mainly used in low-level programming such as hardware or embedded system. Now we discuss about bitwise operators with the help of C programming. Here I have taken two integer variables a is equal 5 and b is equal 3. In binary, 5 is equal 0101, 3 is equal 0011. Now let's apply the bitwise operator. A and B compares bits gives 1 only if both bits are 1. A or B gives 1 If any bit is 1, A XOR B gives 1 only if bits are different. A left shift 1 moves all bits 1 position to the left, and B right shift 1 moves all bits 1 position to the right. Now, at last, we discuss about conditional operator. The conditional operator is a shorthand form of the if-else statement. It is written as condition question mark expression 1 is to expression 2. We take an example in C program. In this program, we initialize value of A and B 20 and 15. And max is equal A greater than B question mark A is to B means if A is greater than B, then max equal A, otherwise it equals B. Now let's move on to our next topic, how operators work. Operators perform actions based on the type of operands. They followed precedence and associativity rules to decide the order of execution. Example, in A plus B multiple C, multiplication is performed first because the multiple operator has a higher precedence than addition. In C programming, we create a simple calculator using operators through switch case. This program works as a simple calculator using the switch case statement. First, we take two numbers and a character input for the operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and divide. Then we use a switch statement on the operators. Each case performs a different arithmetic operation. And the break statement stops further checking once a match is found. If non-match, the default case runs, showing invalid operator. So this is how a switch case help create a clean and simple calculator program with the help of operators. To sum up operators from the core of computation in C, mastering them helps you build efficient programs. So practice writing simple programs using different operators. That's the best way to strengthen your programming logic. To conclude, operators are the building blocks of expressions in C programming. They help us perform all kinds of operations, mathematical, logical, and decision making. Understanding and practicing these operators is essential for writing efficient C programs. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you have understood the concept of operators in C.